Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nerdman, officially doing a post commentary for you guys today. We're going to be doing it over Black Ops 2. This should be nothing new to you guys. I've been uploading a few videos here the last couple of hours off and on. So hopefully I will be able to compensate for my last video. It was a rant video, so if you did not see that, definitely go check that out. I thought it was a lot of fun. I tried to retain the ability to be humorous, but at the same example, I tried to be respectful to both parties that do enjoy Black Ops 2 and definitely do despise it with all their might, which is pretty standard for a Call of Duty game. Call of Duty is definitely a game that is not loved very much, but it is definitely bought a lot because everyone wants Call of Duty to be successful. They really do, but you know, there's just some stuff in the game that definitely pulls it down into a life-sucking abyss that just ruins the game and makes it definitely a game that is not usable, or definitely not something that is entertaining for any specific user. And you know, that's my main gist of it. But if you have different thoughts, that's that's fabulous. You are a person, so you can have your thoughts and do what you need to do. But with that in mind, I'm going to talk about the gameplay perspective here for just a little bit, and then we'll get into the main gist of it. And it should be a interesting mix because we have quite a bit in store. My primary weapon for this particular gameplay is a Type 25, and I have no attachments, which is pretty standard. I was level 1 as the making of the commentary, so I didn't really have the opportunity to maximize on like grip or anything like that, especially a sight that I really would have liked to use, but the iron sights did me, a fairly well job, or a farewell job, and definitely I found it to be something that I could at least benefit off of. My secondary weapon was the 5.7. I don't think I ever used it, and I don't even think I've ever gotten a kill with it as of now, and I'm currently like level 32, 33, something like that. So I'm on my approach to level 55 at a very quick rate. Hopefully I'll be hitting almost 40 tonight, and that would just make my day. I'm probably not going to prestige because Black Ops 2, until they at least fix a lot about the game, it's definitely not worth my time to waste. Definitely on this game. I'll probably do that and make some more videos for you guys for about a week, and then I'll probably go back to playing other titles because I really don't enjoy this game. If I could, I would probably go back 24 hours and tell myself not to buy it, but unfortunately that's not something that can occur at this time. So the perks are going to be consistent of Hardline, which decreases your overall score requirements, your score streak, so I can get like UAVs faster. I love using UAV. I think more people should use them, but everyone's more interested in camping for their 1,600 streaks and stuff like that, which really slows the game down. So I think that's where a majority of my complaints come from when I do make rant videos or I do discuss stuff in a perspective that is more of a objective player's eyes. And it can be really frustrating, but if you are definitely struggling to get UAV, counter UAV, or anything like that that actually helps your team, definitely capitalize on Hardline. There is not a whole lot of competition in the perks like other titles. Other titles would suggest you to use like stopping power, you have to use ninja, stuff like this. This game, I would say, is a lot more dedicated to just perks that really are kind of useless and don't really do you a whole lot of good, to be completely honest. I'm not saying that all of them are that way, but a majority of them are more or less of the same altitude of my statement. So, with that in mind, my second perk is going to be Toughness. I think that's what it's called, and that basically decreases flinch ratio, so if you get hit, you don't flinch as much, is basically what I'm trying to imply. And I really do enjoy using this. I think it makes me a much more accurate player, and it definitely does allow me to compensate for any issues that may occur if I get into a gunfight. But it really doesn't matter in my eyes as of now because you get hit 2 times and you're dead anyway, so it really is unfortunate that, Tryarch decided to make the guns do so much damage, but, what can you say? Only time will tell if they decrease that or if they increase the player's health model or anything like that. I just feel like getting hit 2 times and dying is a little bit stupid in an arcade shooter. If we were playing Battlefield 3 and it was like that, and it was like that from day one, I think that would be a lot more acceptable because I think people would understand that at a little bit, better rate, but I definitely do not enjoy getting shot twice and then, falling on the ground and dying, but only time will tell, again, if they decide to fix any of that kind of information. My perk 3 is going to be known as Dexterity, and Dexterity is actually a really interesting perk, I guess that's what you'd call it. It basically compensates for your ability to sprint around corners. So with that in mind, and basically what I'm trying to imply is that if you like to go around corners and you don't really stop to ADS around them, it allows you to pull up your sights faster, which in turn allows you to be ready for the engagement, unlike the foe that maybe is also sprinting, but he's sprinting in a line, or like the street. But if he is camping, then he probably has his sights up, and no matter what, it's going to be on one-on-one, and you're both going to be on even playing field, so one of you will become victorious and the other one will be dead. But the lethal grenade today is going to be the frag grenade, and overall I think it's going to be a lot of fun because it allows you to have that ability to, you know, throw it around a corner, and overall, I mean, I think it really just makes it one of the more preferred lethal grenades of the game. My tactical grenades are the concussion, which is pretty standard. I mean, there's nothing too interesting about them. You guys have definitely heard your fair share of comments from, you know, concussion, flashbang, stuff like that. But the ones I really like are the new implemented ones. They're not the EMP ones. I don't really know what they're called. You can stick them in the walls and stuff like that, and they're basically like a detection system. So when somebody gets close to them, you know, they like blow up or whatever, and they, you know, kind of mess with the guy's overall HUD. But unfortunately, I can't think of what they're called, so I do apologize, but they are definitely my favorite until I unlock Claymores, which allow me to basically have a teammate that is willing to, you know, watch my backside at all cost, and should be a really interesting, you know, matchup, I guess you could say. So we basically talked about the main gist of it. You know, we've talked about what I'm using, and I don't know the map, but I want to say it's on Carrier on, I don't know what the game type is, so I do apologize about that. But the overall, you know, opinion about this game is, you know, still consistent. I would say that it's an interesting game, but I think there is a lot to improve on. So hopefully that they will continue to work on their game at a very consistent rate, and I think through time, maybe it'll become something where the players are a little bit more acceptable to some of the bullshit that occurs on a day-to-day basis in the game, but again, that's only for time to determine. So, I basically talked about, you know, in a later video that, or an earlier video that, you know, I made a rant video and discussed, you know, some of the things that I didn't particularly enjoy. It was not a full-length, you know, rant video. I definitely have a lot more in store, but I thought I'd give you guys more of like a little sneak peek of what I've so far found that I really hate with a very, very strong passion. A lot of the weapons in the game could really use a new balancement issues, or at least the player models could at least get some more health, because I find that getting shot again 2 times is a little stupid. I think it defeats the entire purpose, and I don't think it's really for Call of Duty's kind of cup of tea. I mean, if you're going to get shot 2 times, that's more like a sniper rifle or a shotgun kind of aspect, and you know, I think there's a lot to improve on there. I think that they will, over time, kind of fix a little bit of the issues that we're having, but, you know, it's going to take some time. They're not known for getting right on patches at a very fast rate. So, with that in mind, you know, I want to kind of talk about things that I think that they could address, or at least fix, because I want to be a problem solver here instead of just being like, oh, this is broken, you should fix it. Yeah, yep, that's broken. And I figure that if I give some suggestions, maybe it'll get pushed, but I highly doubt it, just because, you know, I don't have a large audience, but I am grateful for every one of you guys that do watch my videos. You know, do what you need to do in the comments and whatever kind of bars that are issued upon the video, but definitely I think that it should be interesting. I think that the MP7 and a lot of other guns of its category could use a rate of fire decrease. A decrease as in, you know, basically taking away the X amount of ammunition that they shoot downrange at a particular moment. Because I find that if they shoot so fast like the MP7, it kind of defeats the entire purpose to be accurate. It's more like, hey, once in close range, you do a little bit of a drop shot, a slide shot, which is more accurate than a drop shot due to the fact that drop shotting is significantly slower than it was in previous titles. And I would say that you know, I think it would benefit the gun. I don't think it would basically become this overpowered weapon that we see all the time now. I would love to see snipers maybe addressed a little bit, because as it stands right now, a toe shot is a one-shot. I feel like the snipers do about 150 damage. That way there's no way that they can get a hit marker. As far as I know, I've not gotten a hit marker, and I haven't heard anyone bitching about it that's on my team that's trying to do 360s on Carrier and that stuff, like on that little slanted flab. And overall, I mean, there is things that are in the game that could definitely use a little bit of work. Hopefully that the servers will be back up and working here soon. Hopefully that the servers will be able to compensate for the large number of players coming onto the server, because definitely, you know, millions of people bought the game, and I'm sure millions would love to be able to play it instead of, you know, having to compensate for the inability to realize that Call of Duty sells millions of copies every single year. So, you know, there are a few things that are a little frustrating, but I would say that, you know, they could definitely start by addressing things that the community has problems with, asking, you know, questions on Facebook, Twitter, you know, what needs to be fixed, what maps maybe should be taken out of the game, maybe changed or altered in some kind of dynamic way, or maybe they only show up in certain game types, because I know certain game types play better for certain maps, some play absolutely horrible, and they are pretty much a disgrace to the title. But hopefully you guys will understand. Hopefully I talked about something that you are on the same eye level as me. If not, I would love to know your different perspective on the matter. But in the same accord, guys, I will see you guys in the next installment. I'm going to sign off just a little bit early, and this is Nerd Mode On, signing off. Peace, guys.